city.
It's not quite finished yet.
Have to add some things to the buildings.
This is the art gallery. Add a few more columns there to make it look rather grand. 1, 2, 3, 4 Doric columns.
Very impressive. Well, this building needs some steps and a ramp so that people can get inside, and a lift to go all the way up to the restaurant up here on the roof. Well, this restaurant needs some trees and shrubs because it's a garden restaurant. And of course, the restaurant needs someone to do the cooking, a chef. Here is Chloe. She's a French chef. Hello, welcome to my new restaurant. Wee-hee-hee.
And this is the post office. It's not quite finished yet. Needs to put some shutters on the windows. There's 1, 2. There we go. And a couple more. 1, 2. There. Lots of windows on the post office.
Last building in the city is the church. We'll see, we have steeples, and here is a window. We're going to make this window into a stained glass window. Some pink cellophane for the glass in the window. There. Church is finished. Window and steeples. Another church. And a steeple. Can you make your hands into a church like this? Here is a church, and here is a steeple. Open the doors, and here are the people. Climb the stairs, and here is the minister saying his prayers. Let's say that again. Hands ready? Here is the church, and here is the steeple. Open the door, and here are the people. Climb the stairs, and here is the minister saying the prayers. Well, lots of buildings in the city.
Lots of people in the city too. As I was walking down the street, a busy man I chanced to meet. What are you doing in the city, sir? I'm posting a letter to my mother. See you.
Who else might we meet in the city? As I was walking down the street, a woman and a baby I chanced to meet. Oh, where are you off to? Well, I'm going to have lunch in the roof garden restaurant. Bye.
As I was walking down the street, an office worker I chanced to meet. What are you doing in the city? I'm off to look at the paintings and sculptures in the art gallery on my lunch break. Have a nice day.
As I was walking down the street, a gentleman I chanced to meet. Oh, what are you doing in the city? Well, I'm going to the lunchtime service in the church. Good day.
Lots of people out and about in the city.
You never know who you might meet in the city. As I was walking down the street, down the street, down the street, a happy friend I chanced to meet. Hey ho, hey ho, hey ho.
With a rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go, away we go. With a rig-a-jig-jig and away we go. Hey ho, hey ho, hey ho. I wonder who I'll meet in the city. As I was walking down the street, down the street, a happy friend I chanced to meet. Hey ho, hey ho, hey ho. With the rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go, away we go. With the rig-a-jig-jig and away we go. Hey ho, hey ho, hey ho.
My turn to walk down the street. As I was walking down the street, down the street, down the street, a happy friend I chanced to meet. Hey ho, hey ho, hey ho.
Ready? With the rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go, away we go. With the rig-a-jig-jig and away we go. Hey ho, hey ho, hey ho.
Well, lots of people and buildings in the city.
Lots of buildings in the story today, but before Karen tells it, let's look at the clock. What's the time on the hickory-dickory clock today? Well, the big hand is pointing straight up, so it's something o'clock. And the little hand is pointing to the 1. So it's 1 o'clock on the hickory-dickory clock. Run, mouse, run! Hello again, mouse. And under the clock, a windmill beside a canal.
The story today is called The Cow Who Fell in the Canal. Hendrika was an unhappy cow. She lived on a farm in Holland where it is very flat. All summer long she ate grass. All winter long she ate hay. All winter and all summer she did nothing but eat. And she gave milk to Mr. Hofstra, the farmer. Mr. Hofstra thought she was a fine cow because she gave such white, creamy milk. Eat, eat, Hendrika, he would say. The more you eat, the more creamy white milk you can give me. Hendrika loved Mr. Hofstra, so she ate more to please him. But she was unhappy. In front of the pasture was a road. Every day, Peter the horse came with a wagon to take Hendrika's milk to the city. Peter told Hendrika about the city. The streets are made of cobblestones and the houses have staircases on their roofs. People ride bicycles, he said. Hendrika wanted to see the wonderful things Peter talked about. She longed to see something besides the house, the barn, and the windmill. Instead, she ate and she ate and ate. And she grew fat and then fatter and then very, very, very fat. She grew so fat she could hardly move. She grew so fat she could hardly see. One day, she went farther and farther along the pasture. She looked neither left nor right, for she had eyes only for the sweet grass. Before she knew, she fell in the canal. The canal was not deep, but it was deep enough for Hendrika to get all wet. She was too fat to climb out, so she just stood in the water and ate the grass along the bank. Well, Mr. Hofstra didn't know that Hendrika was in the canal because he was busy getting the cheeses ready for market. She walked and walked along the edge of the canal eating grass when suddenly she came upon an old raft. She pushed and pushed, and finally she fell on the raft and it drifted away from the bank. Hendrika went floating down the canal. Past the pasture went Hendrika, past the barn, the house, and the windmill. Well, there was so much to see on both sides of the canal. Oh, look, Hendrika's in the city now. There were people running, walking, or riding along the bank following the raft in the canal. Hendrika loved all the attention she was getting. She mooed with happiness. Moo! 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 Suddenly, the raft stopped, and the two boys pulled Hendrika to shore with a rope. Hendrika broke away and ran down the street. On and on through the streets she went, with all the people following her. She looked into windows and pranced into yards. Oh, there was so much to see. I wonder where Hendrika's going next. Just as Hendrika began to get a little tired, she arrived at a big square. Here were whole crowds of people. Here were men wearing coloured straw hats with streamers. Here were balls of cheeses piled high. Mr. Hofstra was there selling his cheeses too. "Hendrika!" he cried when he saw her. "I thought you were at home in the pasture eating grass, not here eating hats. A hat is to wear." He was so surprised. Everyone laughed at his bewilderment. Mr. Hofstra pushed Hendrika into Peter's wagon and drove her home. After that day, Mr. Hofstra made certain that Hendrika was safe in the pasture. Hendrika didn't mind. Now she had so much to think about as she chewed the grass, looking so pretty in a coloured straw hat with streamers. And that's the end of the story. Well, Hendrika looked lovely in her coloured straw hat, didn't she? Let's put on a straw hat too. Come on. Put on a straw hat. Put on a straw hat.
Put on a straw hat. We're going out today. Let's try a different hat. Maybe a baseball cap. Come on, you put on your baseball caps too. Put on your baseball cap. Put on your baseball cap. Put on your baseball cap. We're going out today. I've got a baseball cap here. Try it on. There. How do I look? I think this baseball cap needs a bit of decoration. Maybe a badge to go on the front. Here's the start of a badge. Brum, 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 brum. It's a car badge. Colour it in, make it a very colourful car. There we go. Give it a nice paint job. There. Very nice. And some people to go in it. A man and a woman. They look very happy with their new car. There we go, paste them on the front. And in the back seat, a dog. Dogs like to stick their head out the windows in cars, so the dog can go in the back seat. There we are. And now, stick the badge onto the front of the cap. There we go. Now try the cap on. Ho, how's that?
Good car badge, Matt.
Thank you, Karen. And I've made you a flower badge.
Ooh, wow. Flower badge. Ooh, with pink and orange flowers. Thanks, Matt.
You're welcome. There are more flowers through the windows today.
Well, let's have a look.
There goes the diamond window. And the round window. And the arched window. So, it's the square window today. Here's Sabina. She's at the markets with her mum.
This is all goat's cheese.
Lots of different things to see at the markets. There's cheese,
Yeah, should we get some of that too? Yeah.
big loaves of bread. All sorts of vegetables, spinach, pumpkin, Chinese cabbage, and flowers. There are lots of flowers to choose from. Pink, yellow, or orange roses. Sabina likes the orange ones. Wrap them up.
That'll brighten his day. Thanks, Sabina.
Bye, Chris. See you.
And now Sabina and her mum are off to surprise Dad at his office. He works in the city in a big building. It's very tall. Press the button. And into the lift. Up, up, up to Dad's office. And now for the big surprise.
Sabina, what are you doing here? Hello. Oh, flowers, thank you. Thank you very much. These are beautiful.
Well, Sabina bought fresh flowers for her dad at the market. Have you been to a market? Well, let's go to the market like Sabina and buy some fresh flowers. Come on. To market, to buy some fresh flowers. Home again in a few hours. Let's drive to the market and buy some fresh fruit. Come on. To market, to buy some fresh fruit. Home in a bumpity-ute. Bump, bump. Oh, let's buy something else at the market. Something that goes oink, 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 oink. A fat pig. To market, to buy a fat pig. Home again, jiggity jig.
Oink, 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 oink.
Oink, oink. Sounds like a pig.
Oink, 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 oink. Oink, 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 oink. Pigs asleep in their pigsty on the play school farm. It's still night, so the moon's out. The sheep and the cows asleep in their paddocks. A big bull, too. Horses are asleep standing up in their stables. The chooks are in the chook shed. The bees are beside their beehive. And the cats and dogs are dozing beside the farmhouse. But the sun's about to come out, and the rooster is about to crow and wake everybody up. Cock-a-doodle-doo! Cock-a-doodle-doo! Can you make that noise? Come on, roosters. Crow like a rooster. Wake up, the rooster's crowing. It's time to go to work. Wake up, wake up. It's time to go to work. Cock-a-doodle, cock-a-doodle, cock-a-doodle-doo. Cock-a-doodle, cock-a-doodle, cock-a-doodle-doo. Ba, ba, moo, moo, neigh, neigh. That noisy rooster certainly did the trick. All the animals are waking up. And so is Farmer Pete and Farmer Jill. Which is just as well because Farmer Pete has to load up the truck to take the fresh produce from the farm into the city to the markets. Here comes the truck. Brum, 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 beep, 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 beep. Open up the back, and in goes fresh eggs and milk and honey from the beehive. Close up the back, and in hops Farmer Pete. Click, clack, and off he goes. Brum, 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 brum. taking the fresh produce from the farm into the city markets. Farmer Jill's waiting behind at the farm, where she's taking care of the animals. I hope she does a better job than the boy we've been seeing every day on the calendar this week.
Yes, little boy Blue is meant to be looking after the cows and sheep, but he's under the haystack, fast asleep. Little boy Blue, come blow your horn. The sheep's in the meadow, the cow's in the corn. Where is the boy who looks after the sheep? He's under the haystack, fast asleep. What day is it today on the Boy Blue calendar? It's Thursday. Thursday today. Well, mark a day for Farmer Pete. Wonder how he's getting on in the city.
Well, Farmer Pete's arrived in the city, and now he's got to deliver his eggs, honey, and milk to the Roof Garden restaurant. But he doesn't know where it is. It just opened. Now that's the art gallery, and this is the post office. But where is the Roof Garden restaurant? Pete's probably going to have to ask someone on the street where it is. As Farmer Pete walked down the street, a couple of gentlemen he chanced to meet. Excuse me, do you know where the Roof Garden restaurant is, please?
Oh, well, we're sorry, we can't help you. We're visitors to the city ourselves.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Farmer Pete's going to have to ask someone else. As Farmer Pete walked down the street, a lady and a baby he chanced to meet. Excuse me, can you tell me where the Roof Garden restaurant is, please?
oh, yes, it's at the top of this building. I've just had a very nice meal there. You take the lift to the top of the building.
Thank you very much. So Pete hopped into the lift and took it all the way to the top. And waiting at the top was Chloe, the chef.
Oh, hello, Farmer Pete. Oh, you've come in just in time. That lady and her baby ate all my food. I need eggs, milk, honey, just to make some wonderful French omelettes.
Not a problem, Chloe. I've got fresh produce from the farm.
Oh, that will be great. I can't wait to get into the kitchen to cook up a storm. Tonight, I'm going to make chocolate omelettes with peanut butter and strawberry jam.
Sounds good. Do you like to help out cooking in the kitchen?
Mashed potatoes or mix a cake.
I like to sing in the kitchen.
Well, come on, let's all sing in the kitchen. Here we go, singing in the kitchen, all together now, singing in the kitchen. Everybody singing in the kitchen, banging on the pots and pans.
I play the lids and you play the spoons.
I sing the words and you sing the tunes.
We'll wake up the man in the moon because we sound so loud. Bang, crash.
Keep singing.
Here we go. Here we go, singing in the kitchen, all together now, singing in the kitchen. Everybody singing in the kitchen, banging on the pots and pans. I play the lids and you play the spoons.
I sing the words and you sing the tunes.
We'll wake up the man in the moon because we sound so loud.
Well, maybe you'd like to sing in the kitchen too.
Or build yourself a box city. It's time for us to go now.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.